Sumate, welcome back to my channel. It's Needles by Tiara here, and on today's tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to fix your eyelet to your back panel. So with me I have my eyelet machine. I have the eyelet itself, which is the eyelet ring, and it's of different sizes and of course different shades of color. So I have the silver color and the gold color, so this is totally dependent on the color of the fabric that you'll be working with. I have my soldering iron and lastly my scissors. So without no further ado, let's dive right into it. So this is the back panel of the corset that we're going to be working with for this project. So with that being said, we'll go ahead to heat up our soldering iron. So while our soldering iron is currently heated up, now if you're interested in knowing how to draft this beautiful corset with a puff sleeve, the video is currently out on our channel. Do ensure to check it out. Now flipping our back panel to the wrong side, which is the lining part, we're going to go ahead to make some dots for our panel ring placement. So now we have an in-between bone of 0.5 inch and the in-between width of 1 inch at this point. So on the 1 inch in between width, to be precise, we're going to be making our dots. So now this is going to be on the wrong side, which is the lining part, and not on the right side, which is the fashion fabric side. Please take note. Now we've gone ahead to place our first dot on that point. Now we're going to be coming down with the distance of 1.25 at this point. Now for the third one, we'd go ahead to come down again by 1.25, and we're going to be taking that measurement all the way down. So if you want your corset ring to be very close to each other, you could come down at that point by 1 inch all the way down. So now, like you can see, we've gone ahead to input 1.25 dots all the way down. So like I said, if you want yours to be closer, you could do 1 inch. If you want it to be bigger, you could do 1.5 inches. But 1.25 is very moderate for your eyelet ring. I hope you understand. So whatever we did on this point, we've gone ahead to do same for this other part of it. Now moving on, we'll go ahead to reintroduce our well-heated soldering iron. Now from the wrong side of your fabric, which is your lining part, on the dotted point, we'll go ahead to make our hole. So please ensure that you do not pull this into it, like you do not take your soldering iron all the way in so it doesn't ruin your fabric. Just ensure that you place it on top of the dotted points, and trust me when I say the heat of the soldering iron would definitely create way for the hole. I hope you understand. So now we're going to replicate that same thing all the way down. So we've gone ahead to do that for all the holes for our eyelet ring. So this is it for the wrong side and the right hand side of our fashion fabric. And for this other part, we've gone ahead to replicate that same process as well. So now we'll go ahead to reintroduce our eyelet machine. So this is what an eyelet machine looks like. At this point, you're going to be bringing in your eyelet ring. This is the bigger part of your eyelet ring, and the smaller part is called your eyelet ring cover. So please take note, your eyelet ring and your eyelet ring cover. So the bigger part is going to be under that machine, your eyelet machine to be precise. So just watch what I'm doing at this point. Put it in between this point this way. And now you'd go in with your smaller eyelet ring, which is your ring cover. But before we do that, go ahead to bring back your corset back panel. So on those points which we made open those holes with our soldering iron. So now on the wrong side of your fashion fabric, on the right side to be precise, it is going to be on top of the eyelet ring, which is already seated perfectly on the eyelet machine. So go ahead to pull it in between that point, ensuring that it sits pretty. Now going with your eyelet ring cover, please ensure that it is well centralized and well fixed at that point, and it is in between that machine. Now go ahead to pull your eyelet machine twice with force, and with that being done, you can see how beautiful your eyelet is well fixed at that point. This is very beautiful, this is very neat, and it is very strong. So now we'll go ahead to replicate that same process all over again. So just like we did earlier on, reintroduce your eyelet ring, which is the bigger part, put it in between your eyelet machine on that point that way. Now go in with your back panel for your corsets. Now on the hole on the right hand side, which is your fashion fabric, place it on top of it, ensuring that it is well fixed in between that point. Now reintroduce the smaller part, which is your eyelet ring cover. Place it in between that point, ensuring that it is well centralized, and pull your eyelet machine twice with force. And you can see how beautiful this is well fixed. You've perfectly fixed for yourself your eyelet. Now you're going to be replicating that same process for the remaining parts of your back panel. So just take it all the way down, replicate that same process for both sides. And voila, our back panel is ready. So you can see how well arranged the back panel is for our eyelet. The eyelet is being well fixed on both the fashion fabric and the lining, and you can see how beautiful both sides of our back panel came out looking. This is definitely what you would want to achieve, and you could see how this is sitting pretty on our manicure. So with that being said, we've come to the end of our tutorial. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you on my next video. Bye.